Good morning, Year 4, and here is your maths lesson for Tuesday, the 19th of January. This is our second multiplication lesson, and I must say I was really impressed by the things that you sent me yesterday and from the comments Mrs. Cross and Mrs. Plews were making. Today we're carrying on with our 11 times table, but we're going to be recalling and using multiplication facts for the 11 times table. Okay, let's get started. Job 1 today. Can you please show me a multiplication fact for the 11 times table? Can you then show me another and another? So if you remember from yesterday, we had lots of those pictures showing different questions. And for example, I might drag out a few of these representations. And I might stop there, and that's showing 4 times 11. So can you please show me 2-3 different ways? You don't have to do the pictures that are on the board. You could do flowers with 11 petals, but it has to have something to do with 11. Okay, I'm going to ask you to pause it there and have a go at that. Brilliant, well done for having a go at that. If you then would like to have a go at writing the facts to go with them, that would be brilliant. So for my one, I would write 4 times 11 is 44. Oh, that's a very bad 44, apologies for that. And then I'd write 11 times 4 is 44, because I can swap those numbers around, and then you can do the inverse as well. 44 divided by 11 is 4, and 44 divided by 4 is 11. Okay. If you need to pause the video again to get that done, that's brilliant, but a huge well done if you've already done that. Okay, moving on today then. What does the word multiplication mean, and what other words mean the same? Now, we looked at this the last time we did our multiplication unit, and we came up with lots of different words. Hopefully you're thinking of them now: multiply, multiplication, times, groups of, and lots of others. And then I mentioned that word inverse just on the last slide. What would the inverse be? Inverse means the opposite, to do it backwards. So our inverse would be division. Okay, I have my 100 square here then, and I'm going to scroll down. Hopefully you can see up to 100. Now I know with my 11 times table it goes over 100, so I'm not going to be able to have it all on here, but we will go as far as we can. So I'm going to start with 1 times 11, which is 11. I'm going to use my red dot for now. If I know 1 times 11, then I know 2 times 11 because I double. So the answer is, hopefully you're shouting 22 at me. If I know 2 times 11 is 22, then I know 4 times 11 because I'm doubling it. And hopefully you're shouting out that 4 times 11 is 44. And if I know 4 times 11, then hopefully I know 8 times 11 because I'm doubling. So 8 times 11 is 88. You might even be able to spot a pattern as I'm going down these. Keep it there for now. Okay, my next colour. I'm going to start with my 10 times 11. So 10 times 11 would be 110. So I'm going to have to pop this one down here, where 110 would be. I know it's not there at the moment. And if I know 10 times 11 is 110, I can half it, and we know that that is 55, and hopefully you're shouting that one at me as well. Okay, I'll move back up to back here for a moment. Then I'm going to go to another colour. If I know 1 times 11 and 2 times 11, hopefully I can work out 3 times 11 because I've added those together. And you can definitely see this pattern of this diagonal appearing. If I know 3 times, then I know 6 times. And if I know 6 times, I know 12 times. Now this is the interesting one because it wouldn't actually carry on this pattern. What is 12 times 12, 11 times 12, or 12 times 11? Hopefully you're saying 132. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit. I need to be, this would be in my 110, 120, 130 column, but it's actually going to appear under my 2 because it's my 2 in the units. So we'll see if that matches up anywhere else in a moment. Okay, then I've got my pesky one, so I'm going to have to keep the same colour. 0 times 11 will be starting up here with my 0, so it's off because I don't have it. It could also be shown above the 10 over here, but for now I'm just going to pop it there. And my other peskeys. 7 times 11, 77. 9 times 11, 99. And 11 times 11 would be 121. So I need one more yellow dot before it disappears off the screen and would go into the second column down here. So I wonder what would happen with that second diagonal. Would it carry on in that diagonal? And again, you can see I've used those colours there because they're the colours we were learning to use yesterday when we built our times table. Hopefully you spotted that as well. Okay, can you please have a go at these questions in your books? You can use your knowledge from your Build It times table yesterday if you want to, or have a go and see if you can get them done. Pause it now and I'll do the answers when you get back. Brilliant. Okay, so hopefully that didn't take you too long. We should know that 11 times 3 now is 33. So if you've got the answer 33, give yourselves a tick. Next one, 11 times 5. If you had the answer 55, give yourself a tick. 7 times 11 is 77. So if you had that answer, give yourself a tick. And 11 times 11 or something equals 11 times 11 is 121. So if you got those right, give yourself a tick. And if you explained how you knew them as well, or if you can say, I know 3 times 11 or 11 times 3 because I know 1 and 2 times, I know 5 times because I know 10 times, that is brilliant. Okay, some word problems now. How can we work out these questions? On my top picture, I have a certain amount of pink donuts and a certain amount of yellow donuts, and they've actually split it for us. They've split it with that line. I'm just going to point to that line so you can see where I'm talking about. They've popped this line in here, and they've split it into 2 lots of 10 and 2 lots of 1. So 2 10s are 20, 2 1s are 2. So these are my different rows. 2 lots of 10 donuts is 20, and 2 lots of 1 donut is 2, and then it's asking 2 lots of 11 donuts, which we now know is 22, and it's simply showing us that they've broken that down into the 2 times 10, the 20 here, and adding the 2 times 1 here. So they've added those two numbers together, which gave us our 22. Well done if you did that before, or whether you paused it, because I didn't tell you to pause it, but well done if you knew that. Second question down here, there are 11 players on a football team. 7 teams take part in a tournament. How many players are there altogether in the tournament? What is that word problem asking you? Good. Hopefully you can see that it's asking you there are 11 players on a football team and 7 in the tournament. It's 11 times 7, just shown there in a different way. Okay, our Emmett problem today. Emmett thinks that 11 times 10 is 101. Do you agree? Explain how you know. So again, pause the video here if you want to explain it to someone in school, if you're a key worker child, or if you are at home, just think about why. Okay, hopefully we can say that Emmett is wrong. Emmett's quite often wrong, but that's fine as long as we can help him. And that doesn't mean just give him the answer. It means to explain how we know. So we could, from our Build It, we could add 1 to one of the facts we know, or we could simply explain how 2 times by 10 when you move everything 1 place value. So if I have 11 at the moment, my 1s and my 10s digit, which shows my 11. If I have my hundreds digit here at the moment, there's nothing in it. But if I times everything by 10, I move everything 1 space to the left. So my 1 from my 10s is now my 1 in my hundreds. My 1 in my 1s is now my 1 in my 10s. And I have to add a space saver 0 here. Brilliant if you worked that out. Okay, your tasks today then. You have 5 do it questions, just like we've had a go at a few pages ago, which I know you'll be brilliant at. You then have a Colin problem. He thinks that 11 times 11 is 111, and you need to explain why he is incorrect. And then you have a go deeper activity. Please complete the statements. First one, again, there's always different ways for these ones. The first one says to solve it in different ways, and then can you solve the calculation together using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 at least once each. So it's not all of the digits today. Good luck at having a go at this one, and just remember to come back at the end for our learning pit. Off you go. Okay, huge well done for having a go at those. Again, I can't wait to see them if you choose to send those in to myself, Mrs. Blues or Mrs. Cross. Can you just have a think about where you are on the learning pit today? Did you find that easier because you'd built the times table for 11 yesterday? Did you still find it tricky? Did it only get tricky past 10 maybe? Were the other ones easy? Please put yourself on the learning pit. Huge well done again for today, and I will see you for more maths tomorrow. Bye for now.